Emma Lynn Dowd. Emma, how are you? And we're
I'm
going to just kind of jump into a topic that's really interesting in the fact of what is our topic today, Emma?
I'm actually I'm doing good. I hope you guys are doing good too. Today we're actually going to talk about how you can use term life insurance for other things other than just
Wow.
life insurance.
Yeah, because you get stuck in a term at one point, you want to do something with it, right? Potentially. And people do term when they're younger, but when they get older, they shouldn't be doing term anymore, should they?
Well, term is good because it helps you. There's a couple things you can do with term insurance. Generally, when you work and you have your business and stuff, you get all your insurance through that. It's term life, and usually when you turn 65 or you end up leaving or through retirement, you get fired, you transfer jobs, you lose that. And every time that you go in there and have to reestablish yourself, it gets harder and harder and harder to do it because you can only keep it up to 75 to age 75. Some places even do 65, depending on the company and what their policies are. So the thing about it is that it's actually more beneficial to have a whole life policy, and you do that when you're very young. But and the reason being is that when you have the whole life insurance policy, it's more expensive, but it's guaranteed to the day you turn 100. So a lot of people can't afford to buy $500,000 or $50,000 or whatever in whole life because it's that just so expensive. So the thing that you can do is you can complement it with term life. And when you are in your job, like I said, you will have some type of life insurance policy, but when you retire, you got to think of something else. So there's a couple things that you can do. A lot of the times you can have a term life, which would be, let's just say, $20,000 over 10 years. So that means in 10 years, you have to do something with it or you lose it. A lot of the times you can just upgrade it to whole life. You can convert it into whole life. And that actually takes that policy and extends it to age 100. So you're actually able to save a little bit more money on it than if you just went out and did whole life. But your age and your health are big, huge factors in this. So the later that you push that off and turn it to whole life, the more expensive it's going to get. And that's the idea, is not necessarily uh, taking that into consideration and how costly it becomes at the end.
Yeah, because at the end, why does that become costly? Explain.
Well, if you don't have whole life insurance and you don't renew your term life, your term is still going to be based upon your age and health, and so is your whole life. But once you have whole life, depending on where you're going through whatever company, a lot of times it's guaranteed insurability, which means you can add to it if you want to. So if you had a $20,000 policy with them and now you want to add another 10, you can do so without having to go through the health process. And that 10,000 would then be grandfathered into the new age and health regulations that you're in. May not even hold the health regulation that you're in, but the other stuff is going to remain at the same price because it's a level premium. So you can actually add to it. But if you were to sit there and do it when you're 40 or 50, you're looking at, you know, 25 years you're going to look at, because they basically, it's 75 years. If you live to about 75, which is what the average term of life is, they're going to say, okay, you're 50 and you want $50,000. And so that $50,000 has to be paid up by the time you pass away. And so you have to pay the premiums based upon your 25 years as opposed to doing it when you're 30 and now you have like 35 years or 45 years.
That's interesting. So basically, you have to make changes throughout your life. That's why consulting with someone like you that you can look at where they are in their life and what they should
Exactly.
do.
Exactly. I mean, look at some people that maybe have cancer in their families or heart attacks in their families. It's very prominent. This is where you'd sit there and complement your insurance with either supplemental, or you get more expensive insurance right then and there before that actually happens. Because a lot of the times, if you haven't gotten it and you have a heart attack, finding any type of insurance is going to be damn near impossible. You might be able to get, if you're over age 50, final expense, which is they give you up to a certain amount, like $5,000 blocks, but you're going to probably be paying about $58 a month for that $5,000. So it's great if you wanted to add something towards the end of your life when you're preparing for burials or what have you, but it's not feasible for the rest of your life and to be able to pay off bills and stuff like that. That's just to basically bury you, cremate you, whatever you're going to do. So the idea is that be prepared now. Don't pay a lot of money by doing it early in your life. Maintain the policy, and at the end of that particular term, you're going to still be paying that amount. You're not going to be paying what you're paying now unless you get some more insurance to it. So you can actually save a lot of money.
And saving money is important, especially in these days, and figuring all that out. What do you think also you should look at? When do you choose not term over whole?
Term is good up until the age of 65. I know you can't buy it after the age of 65, but generally a term life insurance policy will last you up to age like 75, possibly 80. It's always good to, like, if you have like a $50,000 term policy and you have a $100,000 whole life policy, or let's flip that around, $50,000 whole life policy and a $100,000 term policy, you can convert that over to whole life policy later on down the line. So what you're doing is you're complementing it in case something happens between this point and this point. And if it doesn't, you can then add that, if you wanted to your whole life policy. So now you'd have $150,000, or maybe $110,000. You don't want to take the whole $50,000, but just convert $10,000. You can do that.
That's great. That really opens up doors for
It
sure.
does.
So best place people can connect with you, where can they go?
They can go to my website. It's emmalindowd.com. That's the best place to reach me. I have forms that you can fill out to reach me. It has my phone numbers. It has social media, anything else that you could possibly need to reach me for anything.
All right. You're listening